Hi, everybody. It is June 13th, Sunday. Okay, so today I'm going to uh, kind of read to you guys my message that I got from my guides again. Like I've told you guys before, it's kind of like a telepathic message, usually, and sometimes it happens in the middle of the day. Um, yeah, it's just information, and I'm kind of what I've been picking up is they sort of I keep saying they, but whoever's kind of guiding me, my guides, they just tell me the things that are kind of more important or something that they want me to relay to other people. So and usually I might get them over a couple days or something, and I'll mull them over in my head, and then I'll go, okay, I'm gonna make a little short video and explain to you kind of what I think they're trying to tell me, And a lot of times they give me heads up. They tell me things that happen a lot. Like take for instance what happened over the last few months. I got this message. I think it was back in probably April that they said probably by June a lot of this lockdown stuff is going to be over by the first week of June or something. So sure enough, here at least here in Las Vegas, they basically stopped. They opened up, so it's pretty much fully open right now. But anyway, so like that's these are kind of good positive things that they've been telling me. Actually, they've been telling me a lot of really positive things that are going to be coming in the future. As you know, I mean that's what this whole thing is based on. Is basically this we're breaking out of this reality. So again, what they told me uh, uh, this morning anyway. And these things that they've been giving me lately, they're not. It's not like crazy concepts or something. This is basically more a validation or confirmation of what they've been telling me all along. But I guess what I'm going to explain to you this morning is what they've been telling me is, and they've told me this before, this freedom of humanity, Earth Freedom Project, is kind of done in three stages. It's going to be like a mass waking up, number one. Number two, the second one is going to be basically a big reveal of it's going to be basically downloading information to the world basically of what's been going on. And then phase three is basically uh, the rebuilding process. And they've told me told me over a year ago that I'm kind of like a phase three guy. I'm here to help sort of rebuild. But because I've come in early, not necessarily early, but like I've explained before, is I incarnated as a 6-year-old child. So to acclimate myself to, for several reasons, they've explained it to me. Uh, it's kind of like sneaking me in the back door because they if you stand out, or if our controllers that are controlling this matrix that we're living in, when they find out that there's star workers come in, they try to take them out. They try to, yeah, just they really pick on you. And all of us star workers out there, light workers, we know what it's like. Because when they find out who you are and what you're doing here, they really pick on you. But at the same time, we're really highly protected, which I am. I mean, I still get attacked a lot though, so it's not easy. But I'm told that don't worry, that they can't put me through stuff that I can't handle and things like that. Whatever. Okay, so I'm gonna go to this message. I call this uh, the big reveal. So basically, this is kind of like we're entering the second stage of this freedom movement, and all of these stages sort of merge over top of each other. So it all becomes one. It's one sort of positive timeline. Okay, so I call this one, like I said, the clash of realities. What 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 is about to be exposed is extremely hard to comprehend, and it has to be digested slowly. Uh, Earth is honeycombed uh, with a huge underground world, basically a network of tunnels type of thing. And this is where the controllers have resided for thousands of years. They've dug in really deep. I mean, you'll also find out that obviously they're off-planet entities as well. So they've got like, or had uh, a place on the moon, had a outpost there that they've been using that as a control post too as well. But I think they've been removed from there. But anyway, I don't want to go into that too much. They resided for thousands of years. Let us live on the surface. It's a controlled reality while feeding off of our physical and emotional energies. They guide our psyche through a constant, mild mind control narrative, and they do this with several ways. Now, they do it not only with technology, but they just generally do it with media and things like that, TV, movies, whatever. It's controlled programming. That's what it's all about. So they kind of let us have kind of a freedom where we think we're free, but that type of thing, because they don't control necessarily. Well, they do. They control our energy, what kind of energy we use, everything. It's that classic case of like, if they can profit by it, they will. So they basically have been doing that for a long time. But anyway, they basically have been watchfully making damage control changes if people think outside the box, especially being artists. We're really quite dangerous to them because we don't want to conform, or we don't think inside a certain box. We always think outside the box. That's what makes us creative. They don't like that at all. I mean, they need that, but they don't want us to wake up. Okay. But now that we've been defeating them and breaking free, our world will become very different. For us that know what is coming, we have been and must continue to prepare for positive changes. So all the star workers, the star seeds out there that come here, we've been aware and we're waking up to this, that this is coming. So we're kind of preparing for this. And we're still helping people wake up. This clash of worlds will be shocking and hard to comprehend for most people. All the light workers have come here to assist in this transition are now activated and slowly waking up to our missions. We all have different personalities and perspectives, but our goals are the same. And now we're really connecting with each other. So yeah, we've got this kind of mission in our minds that was like, okay, we realize, okay, we have to connect with each other, sort of. So that's kind of the stage we've been going through for about a year now. We're all trying to make connections with people around the world. We are to connect with each other in an effort to help wake each other up and to break free from this amnesia programming. We've all had that same amnesia sort of problem. We will make sense of all this controlled mayhem. We're here to help all the lost souls that have been recycled over and over. And I know this is a strange concept for people to wrap their heads around in itself, especially because of our religious upbringings and things like that. But we get reincarnated all the time, because the reality of what we are, our true essence, is like a big ball of energy. We call it a spirit. And what makes it a soul is basically its individuality of experiences. And people, whether you realize it or not, you probably have been around for thousands and thousands of years, for eons. But what makes you think that you're new is this amnesia program. Basically, your spirit comes to this planet, and you incarnate into a physical form, which we do this all over the universe. But when we come here, we basically inhabit a physical form, and it's all new again to us. So we're like, wow, this is, where did I come from? Like all these questions, like you think that you're something new again. It's kind of a trap in some ways. But anyway, so yeah, that's something we're all going to understand. We're all going to wake up to these truths. Okay, and then what else they told me was, so now we also have to rewrite the true history of what's been going on all this time. This reveal will be very strange and shocking to most people, but at the same time, it's going to be freeing and very elateful. It's we won't necessarily know why, other than it's it's going to take years of documentaries to explain what's really been going on all this time. It's basically what's been going on behind the scenes. How we've got to this situation that we're in right now, type of thing. So we have to rewrite all that history, because we've been lied to about so many things. Like I said, we're going to feel free because we've never really had true freedom here on Earth. It's a controlled freedom, as you know, because it's like they have to reel you in. If you figured out free energy or something, it's like, oh no, that's just too much information for you guys. So they'll back that off, or the better mousetrap, or more efficient engine, or better energy, whatever. They have to control us. Remember, we're being farmed in a sense. That's exactly what's going on. But we're heading into a time of extreme emotions, and should prepare for it, is what they told me. Then we must move forward with the rebuilding process. And I know I've talked to you guys about that before, but basically this is kind of like a 3-stage freedom operation. There's first of all, it's waking up to what's going on. We have to find out we have to wake up out of this. The second one is going to be the reveal, which we're merging into right now. All these overlap each other, but the big reveal is what we're going to be experiencing soon. Well, it's already happening slowly, and that the reveal is going to be showing the world that we've been run by this criminal syndicate. And not only that, it's not just about bad human beings. It's about our relationship with off-world entities. Like we've been having a relationship with a lot of different entities for thousands of years. So, and obviously that information has been kept on the low. Like they don't want anybody to find that out. So it's not a coincidence. That's why, for instance, even in the UFO industry, or the UFO, world of people waking up to that reality is, they've kept all that stuff secret. They use it to their advantage all the time, but they don't want the masses to wake up to it. But now they can't stop that anymore. So as you know, that's going forward, and they're revealing the truth behind that. But then we're going to be revealing the truth behind what's been happening politically around the world. Not only rigged elections and things like that, but also stifling our growth. They've been stifling our growth and feeding us lies about scarcities and things like that, because they don't want us to know all this stuff, because then we'll be free. So we're breaking free from all that. That's basically what they told me to say. And So that's kind of what's coming forward now. Now, for myself, like I said, uh, they've kind of told me that I'm more part of the third wave. I mean, even though I'm here to assist in waking people up, I don't play a big part in all this stuff. What I've come is with it, information. I've got encoded information on how to rebuild uh, this world. So in a sense, I'll be activated more in the future. But for now, I'm part of this awakening program. I mean, I've had sort of like this. When I came in here, it's almost like I tied a little stringer around my finger to remember some stuff, saying, okay, when you come down here, try to remember these things. But like I said, it's like I've had this affected by this amnesia like anybody else when we come in here. So it's been hard for me to remember these things. But I remember in the back of my mind, I was told to, not follow the crowd. Well, which I don't. I don't conform at all. I think outside the box. I mean, that's why I'm so artistic that way. I don't want to fit in. In some ways, I do. I want to. I mean, I'm a social person too, but I'm just saying. But I've never really followed the crowd. So, like I said, that was kind of one of my things in the back of my mind. I was always told myself to remember. I wrote down a few more things here that I remember. These are kind of like little voices in the back of my head. It's like I was also trying to remember. Also, be aware of what you put into your body, as in like food and drink, things like that. Just be really aware of how these bodies work. So in a sense, I've been studying the human avatar. It's interesting because being an artist, I've studied the human anatomy anyway, just for the sake of drawing it. But not. But I also kind of have touched on more of the medical aspect of it too, like how our bodies run, and because I look at it like a machine. That's I don't know. I've looked at it like a physical machine, biological machine for decades. So I've tried to understand how it runs and try to modify it and make it work properly. Sort of. I was also told in the back of my mind, these are, like I said, these are ongoing thought processes, of try to not to be too dependent on government or the world or anything. Try to be independent. So that's why obviously it's not a coincidence that I'm a self-employed artist. I've been self-employed for over 30 years, some odd years, because I just, for some reason, I was told to be aware of that. And a few of the things that they've told me ever since I was even a child was like, for instance, okay, I'm not here to have children, things like that. Like really, just kind of almost strange concepts. Like well, okay, I mean, I love children and everything, but I was kind of told, it's like, I don't know why, sort of same thing. Now I realize that I've gotten this far. It's like, yeah, okay, definitely wasn't necessary to do that. Besides, you guys, I know this is going to sound like a strange concept, but I've already been there and done that. Like I said, I've lived thousands and thousands of years, so that's not necessary for me to do that here. I could do that if in the future. I'm not really worried about that. But so yeah, just as far as my mission is concerned, these are little tiny notes that were in the back of my head. It's like, okay, be careful of that. Watch out for this. Don't get a tattoo. Don't do anything, like all these sort of like, okay, whatever. I don't fit in. So sure enough, I look strange. Like I don't fit in at all. But that's fine because I'm not here for that. Anyway, going on too much about that. But so yeah, this next stage, I think I might even title this, call it either the Great Reveal, or it's going to be a clash of realities, because what's coming up in the next few months in particular. But by the end of this year, the world's going to wake up to what's really been going on, and it's going to be really a wake up. It's going to really speed up the wake up, because it's the Great Reveal. It's about to happen. So that's kind of my message for today. And stay positive. It's part of what we're supposed to be doing down here to create this new reality. Okay, I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.